Hello. So today's video is going to be about 5 ways to lower your stress and cortisol. Because let's be real, stress is literally everywhere right now. It's not just in your head. When you're stressed, your body pumps out cortisol, which is a stress hormone. A little bit is fine, but when it stays high for too long, that's when you start noticing stuff like trouble sleeping, breaking up, bloating, mood swings, low energy, and these are things that we don't want. So in today's video, I'm going to give 5 real everyday ways to lower our stress and bring our cortisol back down for mental, physical, emotional, and spiritual health. These are practical things that we can do each week. And we'll also talk about the different types of rest, because sleep isn't the only kind of rest that your body needs. So to start, why lowering cortisol matters. Think of cortisol like your body's alarm system. It's supposed to help you when you're in danger, but the problem is most of us are stuck with this alarm going off all day. When cortisol is too high for too long, your body basically thinks that you're in survival mode 24/7. And this makes it hard to focus, it makes it harder to feel calm, it makes it hard to actually enjoy life. Balancing stress and lowering our cortisol doesn't just make us feel more relaxed, it actually helps us show us better in life, in our jobs, in our relationship, achieving our goals. It's like going from running on 1% battery to finally feeling fully charged. So 5 ways to reduce stress and cortisol. The first one is mental and digital boundaries. One of the biggest things spiking our stress is our constant screen time, whether that's doom scrolling on Instagram, doom scrolling on TikTok, checking on phones the second that we wake up tells your body to start stressing immediately. So one tip is to put your phone in another room for the first 30 minutes when you wake up, and do not touch your phone 30 minutes before going to bed. In the morning, it lets your brain wake up naturally instead of being thrown into chaos. At nighttime, it lets your body calm down and actually prep for sleep. Small changes really do make a big difference. And also changing your social media algorithm and only interacting with content that actually inspires you. The second one is physical, gentle movement, but not overtraining. Exercise is amazing for stress, but here's the mistake. When you're already stressed, going really crazy at the gym 7 days a week isn't good for your cortisol levels. So the key is movement that regulates our body and not drains it. So that means 30 to 1 hour walk in nature, doing yoga, Pilates, or even stretching, and aiming to do that 3 to 5 times a week. Excuse me. You'll get those endorphins, your body will process stress better, and your sleep will also get better. The third one is emotional expression and connection. So bottling up our emotions is like shaking a soda can. Eventually it's going to explode. A super tangible way to release pressure is through connection. Sending a voice note to a friend, doing a FaceTime, like a 5-minute journal dump, or even FaceTiming a friend or a family member, scheduling hanging out sessions with a loved one, or going to therapy. These are going to make us feel lighter, and it's going to relax our nervous system and bring down our cortisol levels. The fourth one is spiritual and mini mindfulness rituals. So spiritual doesn't mean religious, it just means creating moments where you feel connected and grounded. So whether that's doing like a 5-minute breath work, a prayer, or just sitting outside with no headphones, or even inside with no headphones, you can inhale for 4, hold for 4, exhale for 4, and hold for 4. So I'm actually going to take a moment to do that myself. Inhale for 4. And this basically signals to your brain that you're safe, you feel calm, and this will help reset your system. So number 5 is lifestyle, sleep, and 7 types of rest. So this one's really big. We all know that sleep lowers stress, but here's one thing: sleep isn't the only type of rest. There are actually 7 types of rest that your body needs. So there's a physical rest, like sleep, taking naps, stretching. There's mental rest, like giving your brain a break from constantly thinking. There's emotional rest, which is being around people who don't drain you, people who you don't have to perform, you can just be. There's creative rest, doing things like refilling your imagination, listening to music, walking in nature, drawing, painting, or even cooking or baking in the kitchen. There's social rest, knowing when to step back from draining interactions and spending time with people who actually recharge you. There's sensory rest, like unplugging from your screen, noise, bright lights. Spiritual rest, feeling connected to something, whether that's a prayer, meditation, or even just being in nature. So if you're feeling burnt out, but you've been sleeping for 8 hours, maybe it's not physical rest that you're missing, maybe you need creative or emotional rest. So to recap, lowering our cortisol and stress isn't about doing the most. It's about choosing small daily habits that keep our nervous system balanced. So whether that's protecting your mental health with digital boundaries, whether that's moving your body and not overdoing it at the gym, letting out your emotions instead of bottling it up, creating a 5-minute mindfulness ritual every day, and checking in with what type of rest that you actually need. Even if it's just one of these to start, can really help lift your mood, your energy, and change the way that you show up in life, because stress is real and it's really important to have balance, protect your peace, protect your cortisol level, because your current and future self will thank you for it. And yeah, that is everything about rest and ways to lower cortisol levels.